GLM 5 has been released and many are comparing it to Opus. There's a big milestone for open source models, which you can use privately on Venice. GLM 5 is here. But instead of using the interface for GLM 5, today we are going to build a research agent using OpenClaw and Camofox Browser powered by GLM 5. Now, real quick, GLM 5 is just like breaking the internet with its benchmarks. On the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index, GLM 5 got a score of 50, while Opus 4.6 just has 53, and GPT 5.2 at 51. Meanwhile, per 1 million tokens, GLM is at 1.6, while Opus is at 10. So these are truly incredible benchmarks, and it might very well mark the new dawn of open source agentic models. So let's get started with our research agent. I'm going to assume you've already installed OpenClaw and set it up to use Venice as your provider. If you haven't, check out the setup video on the Venice YouTube channel. Now, what we're going to do with OpenClaw is create a research stack, which really is just going to scrape Twitter, so OpenClaw can keep us aware of what's going on the internet. GLM 5 via Venice is going to be the intelligence. OpenClaw is going to be our orchestrator. And we're going to use Camofox Browser to browse X undetected. This is a very powerful anti-detection browser server for AI agents, probably the best one at the time of me recording this. It can be difficult to give your AI agent access to the internet because many sites, such as X, block any kind of automated usage of their platform. But so far, Camofox Browser is getting really great reviews. So here's what we're going to do. It's very simple to install this plugin. I'm just going to copy this right here from the Camofox Browser GitHub. There's a link below. And I'm just going to paste that right there to my OpenClaw bot. Now, while that's installing, we are going to just explore using Camofox with X today, but you can also use it for other sites that are hard to automate like LinkedIn and Amazon. Which means if you want to give your OpenClaw bot access to your Amazon account so it can add things to your cart, etc., Camofox Browser is going to be probably the most convenient way of doing that. Now, this might take a while depending on your OpenClaw setup, but really in the background, it's installing this whole plugin. So if you haven't used OpenClaw much before, that's why. It's not going to tell you every little thing it's doing. It just does it, and then it responds. If you want to make sure it's not frozen like I just did, you can head over to your OpenClaw user interface dashboard, and you can actually see that the process is running here in the background. Okay, easy. Plugin installed. There it is. And I have OpenClaw running in a Docker container here, which means I have to manually restart the gateway, but you will probably not get that message. You might see a message saying that it was restarted. Let's continue. We have everything we need now. So I'm going to copy and paste this prompt, and this prompt will be down below. And basically what we're saying is, hey, create this production ready research assistant using our stack, GLM 5, OpenClaw, and Camofox Browser. It's going to create a agent profile. It's going to configure Camofox since we've already installed it. And it's going to just start creating a workflow to search for AI browser agent OpenClaw Venice talks from Twitter over the last 24 hours. Then it's going to schedule to run it daily at 8 a.m. and save a daily digest. So we'll copy that. And I'm also going to add one more line. Send me a daily digest every morning. Whoop, we got an emoji. So now we let that go. It's going to take some time. Once again, depends on how you have OpenClaw set up. While that runs, let's talk about this stack. Our brain, GLM 5, is a huge, powerful model with a 200K context window that stays fully private on Venice. So no matter what you're doing through GLM 5, there's no logs of it anywhere. Venice gives you private inference to GLM 5. And what's going to happen in this app is that GLM 5 is going to answer these questions. Is this insightful or is it noise? Is it like AI slop or is it a good post? What's the key takeaway? What questions are people asking in the comments? What's the discussion about? And what's the overall sentiment? So that's the brain behind this whole operation. Meanwhile, OpenClaw is our orchestrator. It's going to schedule the research. It's going to manage the workflows for analysis, summarizing, and output for the daily digest. And it's going to manage its own plugins, which in our case right now is Camofox. So meanwhile, the Camofox Browser is our executor. This is a plugin on the plugin layer. And in brief, it's so powerful because of its anti-detection technology and token efficiency. There we go, done. So that took about 5 minutes in total. It created its new folder structure for this agent, created the skill. It's got its plugin Camofox. We got a configuration summary here. Boom. So now it needs our Venice API key, and you can do this the fancy way in the terminal, or you can just give the keys here. I'm going to provide my Venice API key, but I'm also going to say, help me generate the Camofox API key. Here is my Venice API key. Add this to .env and send that off. And we'll say, yes, let's test it out. And once again, this might take a moment, but remember, this is going to happen on its own time after it's set up. Okay, so we had our test run, and what's going to happen probably is that you're going to have an issue because Camofox can't get into X, into Twitter. So you need to open up Twitter on your browser, right click and go to inspect. Then navigate over here to wherever it says application on your browser and find the cookies tab. And here you're going to see all these different fields for the cookies, which keep you logged in. What we're going to do is feed these to OpenClaw so it can act as us in the Camofox headless browser. So we need to export auth token, CT0, guest ID, personalization ID, TWID, and KDT, which we can see all here. So the simplest way to do this is just copy token, CT0, guest ID, personalization ID, TWID, and KDT. Now, as OpenClaw is mentioning to me, there are browser extensions to export all cookies in the right format, and this might be easier for you. This one is rather popular with 400,000 users, 85 ratings. If you choose to do this, be very careful that you are downloading a clean browser extension. This one has a lot of stars, a little bit of FUD. And as you can see here, I can just tab that and I can just copy all the cookies. And then I could have just pasted that. And all of that has exactly what OpenClaw needs. So I just wasted a lot of time. You could just do that. It is much simpler. Okay, so that worked. We're logged in and see the home feed. We'll say, yes, run our daily digest. I mean, I can have it do anything at this point. It's in my Twitter account. It sees what I follow. It knows what I'm into. Hey, give me the daily digest without all the FOMO, without all the fear mongering, without all the stuff that's distracting from what I'm really there to do, which is learn and see what's going on in AI. All right, cool. OpenClaw's got the feed, sees the sidebar. See how it's describing, it sees from a browser perspective, not just like the content feed. So top 5 AI stories on X right now. A Warsaw startup hits 1 million ARR. Venice AI cuts VVV emissions. Sweet. Obliteratus, tool that strips AI safety guardrails by the legend himself, Elder Plinius. Chatcut app. Cool. And Brazil's Congress introduced a bill to buy 1 million Bitcoin. Wow. That's pretty cool too. Good job, Brazil. Cool. So we have our scraper. It's working. So there we go. GLM 5. Powerful agentic model, open source, and the best part, fully private when you use it with Venice. Great combo to use with OpenClaw. And meanwhile, Camofox is a great plugin to add to your OpenClaw's skill and tool set. Remember, Venice offers you access to the highest quality premium models all around the internet, either anonymized or fully private. And you can get recurring daily access by buying and staking the DIEM token. One DIEM token gives you 100 credits to use an API every day, and it refreshes. So don't sleep on Venice with these autonomous agentic frameworks, because the future is here and it's time to harness it. So happy building, and make sure to check out the Venice Discord to share what you got going on, ask any questions, join the community.